Alright, here's the video everybody's been waiting for. We got our Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather prediction video. Kind of like, not just a prediction, but
kind of
like
a discussion.
Outlook of it.
Yeah.
And we got their physical measurements, like their build-ups or whatever you
We
want
got
to call
everything listed right here. So
it.
we
Their
got
records, we got it all.
we got Floyd at 40 years old. We got Conor at 27, about to turn 28. Floyd's height 5'8", Conor's height 5'9". Floyd's weight at 147, Conor's weight at 145. Their strengths are Floyd's a defensive fighter and Conor's a power guy. Conor is a southpaw. Floyd's more of a traditional fighter. You got Floyd with 49 wins, 0 losses, and 26 knockouts. You got Conor in the UFC, not boxing. UFC with 24 wins, 3 losses, and 18 knockouts.
Pretty strong stats on everybody's side.
Everybody's got a good resume here. I mean,
well, for each of them, it's the biggest fight, like the most famous fight at least. They've never fought somebody as famous as the guy they're fighting.
Exactly. Yeah. Floyd did have Pacquiao, about 2 years ago, and
he's on the way down though. Conor is like as high as he's ever been right now.
Yeah, Conor's in the prime of his life. I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say Floyd's in the prime of his life because he is 40 years old. But I mean,
he's still dunking a basketball though.
But and he's talking trash like he's in the prime of his life. So I mean, so what? Let's
hard to say he's slowed down because he fought Pacquiao about 2 years ago and
we can
looked pretty good.
We can go ahead and throw in the. I mean, if we start jumping into conclusions here, if he loses, the way he's talked, he can't use his age as an excuse. The way he's talked.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, Conor can't be like, this isn't my sport either. They each
Conor,
have like a. Hopefully they don't use their cheap
Conor was on
pop-up.
record as saying, "I am boxing." So if you lose,
no, you are not. You're not even a boxer.
So if you lose, you can't say I'm not a boxer. You just said you are a boxer.
And he can't say he's 40 anymore. He can't be like, I'm 40. I'm too old.
Yeah, but
pretty interesting dynamic though. This whole fight.
So we both have our own opinion on this fight, and they are different.
You're gonna probably like one. At least they're gonna like one of ours.
Yeah, one of us is probably gonna be very not liked, and one of us is probably gonna be more agreed with. I'd say. The popular opinion is Floyd is going to beat Conor. Vast majority of people. Every poll I've seen ran favors Floyd high 80s to low 90s percentage to win.
We do have a poll on our Twitter though.
Yeah, check it out. Vote on our poll.
Get active on it.
What you got?
I think Floyd's going to win. I think it's just hard for you to say Conor. He is an excellent UFC fighter. I can't be like, okay, yeah, I think he'll go and beat arguably the best boxer ever, 49-0. Over a course of 20 years, he's fought so many guys. Like, to me, it's like you can't say that Conor's the favorite. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, this guy's boxed for 20 years. He's maybe the best ever. This guy, he used to box. He's really good at another sport, but he's coming over here.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, some of these people are saying, like, Max Kellerman on First Take was saying he has 0% chance of winning. That's not true.
Yeah, I do think, I favor on the side that I think Conor has a chance at winning. I think Conor has a chance at winning because of a couple things. Number one, I know I just said Floyd can't use it, but I can use it. Floyd's 40 years old. Conor's 27. Floyd, I mean, did he look great against Pacquiao 2 years ago? He looked phenomenal. But, I mean, this is definitely, I think, going to be the most contested fight Floyd's ever had. He's always had a problem with southpaws. He has been stunned a couple times against some southpaws, and but they weren't very, like, one of them was really slow. He wasn't very strong. And Conor is not slow, and he's really strong.
He's extremely explosive.
Yeah, he's not slow, and he's really strong. And he's
what he lacks in technique, he definitely makes up for in power.
Yeah,
this is gonna be the most powerful guy Floyd's ever fought.
He's a very unorthodox fighter in the stance that I think there's like my thing is Conor. If you look at the amount of film that Conor has to watch on Floyd versus the amount of film Floyd has to watch on Conor, Floyd virtually has no film to watch on Conor.
I mean, all he can do is watch his UFC fights, and then
I
mean, does he have more of a boxing style in his UFC fights? Yeah, but it's like, is he not throwing in kicks? Is he not defending guys from going with takedowns? It's kind of hard to see how he reacts to a guy
just throwing punches.
It'd be one thing if he fought guys that have the same kind of style, because it's more of a boxing match. But he's a boxing style, so you can watch the way his
can.
offense, but his defense to boxing, you don't really get any because most of the guys he's fighting are throwing kicks and they're going for takedowns.
So, but Conor has 49 fights to watch of what they're going to be doing. 49 of them.
Exactly.
And people don't understand this about Conor, and if you watch film on Conor, you'll understand. Conor McGregor is a master. He is a absolute. I know he's 27 years old. He is a master at watching your film and finding the one weakness you have. He's better than anybody at it.
The only one he hasn't really done it with is Nate Diaz, because Nate Diaz is kind of the same way. I mean, but everybody else, he's kind of just dissected him.
And they're all very different fighters.
Especially Jose Aldo. I mean, Jose Aldo was undefeated until he fought Conor.
13 seconds, Conor knocked him out.
That kind of put him on the map, really.
The very first punch that was thrown in the fight ended the fight.
Yeah.
Conor said weeks before, he steps into his punches. He leaves his chin open. He steps into his punches. So he watched a lot of film on Jose Aldo. And he knew the minute Jose flinched where he was going and where to land that punch. And if you watch the punch in slow motion, Jose was even throwing a punch, and it caught Conor hard. It hit him hard, and he didn't even flinch. I mean, he just done the typical "I got hit," but I mean.
Yeah, but it was like a haymaker. Like it was like a.
It was a haymaker. It was a haymaker, and he caught it and then was still throwing another one because he wasn't exactly sure. I mean, I'm sure he was like, I know I just threw a good punch, but.
He wasn't like, okay, I put him down in 13.
Yeah, he wasn't like I just dropped an undefeated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Muay Thai master in 13 seconds. But,
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But I mean, at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not like Floyd is 49-0. He's never lost.
The reason I think Floyd's gonna win is, I look at it like this: you think Conor's gonna win, right?
I think Conor's gonna win.
Conor knows, and I would think he would admit this. He knows he has to knock him out. You're not gonna go out there and just dice up and just outbox Floyd Mayweather. Nobody's ever done it.
That's my next point, but go ahead.
I think everyone's saying he's gonna knock him out. Could he knock him out? Absolutely. This is the most hard hitting guy Floyd has ever fought. But it's like, do you think Floyd doesn't know that? Do you think 49 people didn't try the same thing?
Yep.
You think, let's say the last 10 years, he's kind of he's been undefeated. His early run, probably not so much, but his later years, people are going out there to knock him out.
So,
besides Manny Pacquiao tried to outbox him, and that you're not going to do that.
So the only time we've ever seen Floyd get really rattled is he fought a guy, and I can't recall the guy's name, but this dude was like throwing elbows when they would tangle up, and he'd grab Floyd and he'd wrap him up, and he was getting Floyd mad. And Floyd's usually the guy who's like, I'm just gonna sit back and let you get really tired punching me, and I'm just gonna pick you apart. Well, this dude was grabbing Floyd and throwing elbows.
He's coming at him,
and it was making Floyd mad to the point where Floyd dropped his defensive stance and started getting offensive. And this dude caught Floyd, and I mean, it stunned him. So if I'm Conor McGregor in this fight, I'm going to go into this fight, I'm going to grab Floyd, I'm going to elbow him. If I got to...
do everything you can, but not get DQ'd.
I'm going to get points taken off because you're not going to... Listen.
You're not going to outbox.
You're not going to out... If it comes to decision, you're not winning. That's my thing. You're not going to win by points, so why care about points? You know what I'm saying? I'd get all the points...
It's knockout of nothing if you're fighting.
I'd get all the points taken off I could without getting disqualified. If I have to just, at one point, if I have to throw a knee to make Floyd Mayweather mad, I'm going to throw a knee to make Floyd Mayweather mad.
Now you can kind of get DQ'd for that.
To make him step in, and if you can get him to just step in, if Conor can get him to step in one time, when Conor hits people go down. Like that is, they go down. I mean, he dropped Nate Diaz in their second fight like 3 times. Hard. Like times where I was like, I think Nate Diaz just hit the canvas.
And Nate Diaz can take shots better than anybody. He takes shots. I know Floyd's not taking those shots.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is a rare exception.
And another thing I heard is, Floyd's weight class, they usually box with 12-ounce gloves. I heard they have considered using 8-ounce gloves because UFC gloves are 4 ounces. Boxing
Wasn't it 9-ounce gloves? Or is it?
No, they're going to meet in the middle of the day.
Okay.
So I've heard they're add 4 ounces to Conor's gloves, take 4 ounces off of Floyd's normal.
That's fair. But another thing.
Now that's not guaranteed. That's just like that's part of the spectrum.
Well, they're definitely they're not gonna be using. Conor's gonna have to move
right. Like,
he's gonna have to adjust more than Floyd's gonna have to adjust.
Yeah. Well, right. Like the thing is, right now, and I mean, I still think Conor's gonna win. I'm not changing my opinion. Right now, it's literally like they haven't even. Conor has budged the 100%. You know what I mean? Floyd hasn't budged anything whatsoever. Conor's given up all his other techniques, everything just to be a striker. I think it's totally fair to back 4 ounces off the gloves and make it an even 8-ounce gloves. That way,
I think that's fair.
I think that's Floyd's gonna have something needs to give on Floyd's end for it to be an actual fair fight. I mean,
pretty much. I mean, that's why a lot of the reason I think Floyd's gonna win. I mean, it's like I'm not even really. It's not a knock against Conor. It's just like this isn't his environment. I can't say he's gonna come in an environment that's not his, and it definitely is Floyd's environment. This is what he likes.
Yeah.
I mean, and the gloves are gonna meet in the middle, but Conor's used to wearing those UFC gloves. Those UFC gloves, those things are like almost using your bare hands.
Yeah.
When you hit somebody, not saying he doesn't have power, he does. Just saying when you're wearing those gloves, it's a little bit harder to knock people out.
Yeah.
Those things are
They're
a
12-ounce
lot
gloves.
more. Yeah, a lot more.
A lot more cushion. Yeah.
Now, if they meet in the 8, it'll still be kind of a little bit more of a challenge. The gloves are gonna affect his style more than it'll affect Floyd's, because Floyd he's not a knockout artist.
No. I mean, he's got 26 knockouts.
I mean, he can knock people out. It's just he doesn't do that as much anymore. He's kind of adjusted his style so much to a defensive style.
He hasn't knocked anybody out in 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
if he just keeps dicing somebody and they're just not able to.
Maybe 12. It might be 12 years. I don't think he's knocked.
The only way I see him knocking somebody out is if he is just outboxing them so much to where he's just hits them
out jabbing
consecutively over and over.
Yeah. I think.
But if Conor can get a hit or two, he could just easily put him down in one punch.
Yeah, and I mean.
They're both 150 pounds roughly.
At the same time, I mean, if Floyd can just continuously, do his. If people don't like it, but I mean, he runs, but he wins. He runs, he wins.
That's why I think he's gonna win.
I mean,
people are
just
saying
like everybody. If Floyd does run and he wins, everybody who thought Conor's gonna win is gonna go, well, he ran. No, guys, that's his game.
You knew he was gonna do that before. That's been my whole point the whole time.
Yeah, that's his game.
We've been talking about doing this video for months, and my whole thing is, everyone's gonna say, oh, he ran, he boxed defensive and all that. You knew he was gonna do that. You can't say that's an excuse. You knew he was gonna do that. That's a strategy. You can't really knock him for it.
Yeah, I'm doing the thing where I know Floyd's gonna run, but I'm banking on I think Conor's youthful and fast and strong enough to catch Floyd.
Make up for it.
To catch Floyd. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I might be wrong because I've never seen Conor in a boxing ring. I might be wrong. I've seen him in a UFC ring. The dude is lightning in a UFC.
He is very aggressive.
I'm sorry,
he can
UFC
get all on.
octagon, not a ring. I'm sorry, but I mean he's lightning in the octagon. His punches when he just fought Eddie Alvarez, I mean
He tore him up.
The last 4 punches that actually knocked Eddie Alvarez out were so rapid. I mean, and those were all knockout blows. I mean, they just were coming so fast and.
They were so fast you couldn't even be like, oh, that's the one that knocked him out.
Yeah, I've seen it in slow motion. I don't know which one knocked him out. Like, the dude is light. I mean, people.
And the coolest thing about this fight is not only are they like we said earlier, like usually it's most of the time. I mean, there's exceptions, but usually it's like, okay, Conor's fighting in the UFC. Who's he fighting? All right, Floyd's fighting in boxing. Who's he fighting? This time they're both equal stars.
Yeah,
it's the biggest star either one of them ever fought.
It's now one thing First Take alluded to that was actually good is like both of these guys are used to 100% carrying the promotion. You know what I mean? Usually, the reason Conor's the highest paid and the reason Floyd's always the highest paid is because they carry all the promotion. They're the ones that sell the tickets. They put butts in seats. That's how they're the ones who go out there and
they put people in the arena. They fill arenas.
They're both in the same fight now. Like
I mean, the
best way I've heard it.
They could probably charge anything they want for admission and pay-per-views. Didn't you say it was going to be $100 instead of $60? Like
$100 per pay-per-view.
$100. Well, we're
maybe
still paying it.
I've heard possibly $120, and I'm still willing to pay it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not missing this. Like
We'll probably just split it, but I mean, if I had to just pay $120 myself, I'd think about it.
I mean, the best way I've heard it put so far is now they both have a dance partner that's going to carry their own weight.
It's very interesting.
For the first time.
Not only that, like, perspective on the fight, but the styles being completely different. Like, yeah, a guy who's gonna completely go out there and just defensively box and try to out technique him, and then you got another guy that's gonna go out there and just try to annihilate
he's swinging
him.
For the fences.
He's going out there to assassinate him early.
I mean,
he's gonna if he knocks him out, I think it'll be early. I don't think
Oh, he's gonna have to knock him out in at least 4, at least.
I don't see him knocking him out. Like if he does knock him out, I don't see it happening in like round 3 or 4. Like because if you watch Conor's fights, he likes to just get to it immediately.
Yeah, well,
that's why I had trouble with Nate Diaz because Nate Diaz can just take hits over and over.
The only difference is boxing is 12 3-minute rounds, where UFC championship fights are 5-minute rounds. So you got 25 minutes compared to 36 minutes, but you're not going as long a burst.
And how long are the little the breaks in between? Aren't they 90 seconds or like something like that?
30, I think, maybe 45.
Let me see. Oh, I want to make sure that's right because I think that's a big factor.
Breaks in between rounds in boxing, I think it's 30 or 45. But I mean, I just think you got such a good chance on Conor's end, in my opinion, of just go out there and outpower this guy. I mean, I think like I said, best defensive boxer of all time.
1 minute breaks. That's what it said on here. I don't know how.
UFCs aren't long at all.
UFCs are like, okay, get over there, get some water, get the blood out of your eyes. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Like
a minute round, I feel like that does kind of help Floyd because he can kind of cool down and he fights a slow, like fight at his own pace, slow style.
That really
the minute break is going to help him a lot because
that really helps both of them though. I mean,
but it does help Conor too because we just said how aggressive he is. If he gets a minute break, think about how much more
catches
aggressive.
Breath. And he's not going for 5 minutes completely like he's in the UFC. I mean, he's shaving a whole 2 minutes off of his usual aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Then he gets a extended probably 30 seconds on break.
And don't get us wrong about us saying like Floyd fights the slow style because I mean we mean like he likes to keep the pace slow, but when he hits a flurry of punches, he is the fastest ever.
Yeah, he likes to control the fight at his own pace. It's usually
when he strikes, it's quick though.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see, no doubt about it.
And this is the quickest guy that McGregor's fought. Everybody's saying, "Oh, this is the most powerful guy Floyd's fought."
Fastest dude.
This is the fastest
dude Conor's ever fought.
Conor's never fought a guy this fast ever. There's nobody even close to Floyd. Floyd's hand speed is incredible.
Well, we definitely want to hear you guys' opinion. Go on Twitter and follow our polls. Comment what y'all guys think are going to happen. Share it. We want to get everybody involved in this. We want to get as a fan base across the whole board, we want to get the demand for this fight as high as we possibly can because the higher the demand, the more likely it's going to happen.
It's pretty solid, like it's going to happen. Yeah. But if there's any hesitation, that might slow them down.
The higher demand, the more likely it is to happen.
Plus, we want to know,
the more money,
what you think.
The more money they know for sure they're going to make, the more chances we have at this fight happening. So.
And when do you think they'll do it? I know it's going to be over the summer or something like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Floyd has reserved MGM Grand T-Mobile Arena for the weekend of June 10th. He hasn't titled the event. He just reserved the whole arena. So
yeah, he's got their boxing licenses.
Floyd is officially on paper out of retirement.
Active boxer.
And Conor McGregor has his boxing license. So I think it's happening. You think it'll happen? I think it's.
I mean, there's no way like they're gonna make hundreds of millions and they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely happen.
There's no question they're gonna do it. It's just a matter of when.
When are they gonna meet a number, and then when are we gonna set the
From what I've heard, it's gonna be in June. I've heard the date June 10th keeps getting thrown out.
That's the weekend Floyd has reserved the arena.
Yeah,
so. And I've also heard September.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say over the summer.
Okay.
And they're doing 150, right?
Somewhere in there.
150, 155.
Somewhere in there.
Who do you think that favors?
Conor.
You think so?
I mean, if you let him have weight behind his punches, the more weight he has behind his punches to throw.
Yeah.
And I mean, the more weight.
Well, he was 170 when he fought Nate, I guess, and he kind of likes being at 150.
Yeah, I mean, he was at 168, and that was when he was throwing haymakers at Nate.
Yeah.
He was throwing.
There's so many like interesting ways to look at this fight. I can't wait to see it though.
Nobody can wait to see it. It needs to happen as soon as possible. I wish they'd just officially announce it's going to happen to calm everybody down. Like,
that's kind of like
that'll like ramp everybody up.
They probably actually have a date in mind, but to generate more interest, they kind of want to keep it a mystery for everybody.
All right, well, be sure to like this video, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. As this progresses, we'll progress with videos.
Yeah, we'll probably do another.
We're trying to get back into the UFC. It's just not a hot sport right now. Connor's taking time off, and he's the draw, and Nate hadn't fought in a while.
Ronda's not the same anymore.
Ronda Rousey's not the same.
Brock isn't back. John
Jones' suspension's almost up. So once all these names get back in, we'll do more UFC.
Well, like
stuff.
the UFC did this last year. They were kind of slow, and then over the summer it was like Brock's fighting, Connor's fighting multiple times. Yeah. CM Punk's gonna fight. It was insane.
So be on the lookout for more of this Floyd Connor thing. We're gonna definitely do a couple more videos to discuss it. We might bring some people in with us. Check out all our WWE and NFL stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.